Hi there, Jean Greer here at Stylish Fireplaces. Today I want to introduce you to the Amantii Tru-View series of three-sided electric fireplaces. And if you're searching for a fireplace right now, be sure to get our free download, 5 Things You Need to Know Before You Buy a Fireplace. It's on our website. So the Amantii Tru-View series comes in 3 formats. This is the classic Tru-View XL. There's also a Tru-View Extra Tall and a Tru-View Slim. So let's start with the XL. So this is about a 15-inch depth overall and a 15-inch viewing window. The Tru-View Slim would be about 11 inches deep, so a little bit less space up front here in the media tray, a little bit less glass at the side. And the Tru-View Extra Tall would have a taller viewing window of 22 inches. So with the Tru-View series, you get 3 flame colors, so yellow, orange, red, and you can change the intensity of the flame by adjusting those colors. So yellow being softer and then orange and red being a little more intense. There's also a down light shining on the media tray, so I can change the color of that to get the mood that I want, depending on the look that I'm after, and also depending a little bit on the media that's inside. We've got about 13 colors here, so you can really change the appearance of that. And of course you can have that light off. You don't have to have it on at all, but I do like the effect it has of making the logs look like they're glowing. And if I have crystals in here, it's going to change the color of the crystals and change the mood. With the deeper Tru-View units, you're going to have a choice of the media package that comes with the fireplace. So there are 3 different log kits you can choose from: birch, rustic, and driftwood. And then there's a crystal package, an ice crystal package, if you want something more contemporary. Now what we've done here is we've taken our own logs and real stones and put those inside. But the media packages that come from Amantii are packed with stuff. In fact, you can't really use all of it in one fireplace, but you have lots of options to play around with the logs and the charred bits to make it look like they've been burning. These are indoor-outdoor rated, so they could be installed outdoors under certain conditions, and that's all outlined in the manual. The heat is going to blow out here, so you're not seeing any sort of a heat vent. It comes out here above the glass and down into the room. And like all electrics, you can have the flames on without the heater. You don't have to have heat on to have flames with electric. That means you can truly use this year-round. You always have that option. These are built-in fireplaces, so something that it's worth mentioning, they will come with a cord and a plug, and you can plug them into a regular household outlet. All electrics, because they have heaters, should have a dedicated circuit though. The circuit breaker should be just for the fireplace. There should be a line straight from your electrical panel to the fireplace. But more important than that is this is a hardwire unit. So it comes with a cord and a plug. You can use that for testing purposes when you're positioning the fireplace. But part of this fireplace is covered up by the wall. So I'm only seeing the glass here, but there's part of the firebox is behind here, part of it is behind here. It's truly built in. With a single-sided fireplace, a lot of the popular models these days, you build your wall, you have an opening in the wall, you finish your wall, and you slide the fireplace in at the end. And if you had to get access to the electrical behind it, you'd pull it out of the wall and there it would be. This you don't pull out of the wall, and although we can service the fireplace through the front glass and remove the glass, we cannot access the electrical connection. And so by building code rules, you can't really have an outlet back there. So you need to strip off the cord and the plug and direct wire this unit before you finish the wall. So please keep that in mind. I think a lot of people miss that step. Your electrician would likely mention it, but I want you to be aware of it as well, that this is a built-in unit, therefore it needs to be direct wired. So just keep that in mind when you're thinking about installing. This fireplace, whichever format you get, will come with end caps. So if I want to create an L-shaped fireplace and block off one end of it, so I can have just the front and one side, the end caps are provided for that. So you could create an L in either direction and finish the fireplace accordingly. So if you were backing this into a corner, you could have just one end open instead of both ends. So that all comes with the fireplace. So this is the Amantii Tru-View series, Tru-View XL, Tru-View Extra Tall, Tru-View Slim. Other three-sided electrics you could consider to compare this to would be the Napoleon Trivista, as well as the Modern Flames Landscape Pro Multi, or LPM. You can find all of those at stylishfireplaces.ca. Search by style and look for 2- and 3-sided. If you're looking for Amantii, you can search by brand and then scroll down to the 3 different Tru-View options.